Today, I'll be showing you step by step on how to install Windows 10 onto a new build PC. So what you need is a PC that already has Windows on it, a flash drive that has at least 8 GB of free space, an internet connection, of course, the PC that you're wanting to install Windows. On your PC, search for Windows 10 installation media or something along this lineup. I'll be showing two methods. The first will go ahead and download the tool. Open it up and grant admit rights. Let the tool open. Accept the agreement and select Create an installation media for another PC and click on Next. You can leave this alone, but it should be on the 64-bit. Click Next and make sure to select USB drive, but if it doesn't work, come back and select ISO to try to step 2. Click Next and make sure there's nothing important on this drive as it will be wiped. So back up anything of importance, and once you click Next, we'll start creating the Windows 10 installer. It won't take terribly long. Once it's done, exit out and eject your flash drive. I'll show you method 2 in the event that method 1 doesn't work. Follow all the steps I just showed you until you're up. Choose which media to use, select ISO, and then choose where you want to save. It doesn't matter, don't forget the location and don't save it in your flash drive. Now then click Next until start downloading Windows 10. While you wait, open up a web browser and search for the Rufus. Download the portable one and leave it alone until your RSO finishes downloading. Once it's done, open up Rufus, then click Yes. Dismiss the check for the updates box and then open up to make sure your speed drive is selected. Let's continue.
Go.
Click on Select ISO, and if you save it on your desktop, and double click on Windows once you do that to make sure UEFI is selected. I have the other option selected because my PC isn't officially supported by Windows 10, so only select BIOS if it still doesn't boot. You can leave everything else alone and click Start, and it will give you a warning saying all your data on the selected device will be destroyed. Make sure nothing important is on your flash drive. Then click OK. Once it's done, click Rufus and eject your flash drive. Take your newly created Windows USB to your Windows list PC and plug it into USB port of a choice. Press the power button and it should be start booting it to the Windows 10. If not, the reset repeatedly, press the delete or F2 key on your keyboard and you'll be greeted with what's called the BIOS. Go into the list of boot devices and click and drag your installation media to the top. Press the plus key on the keyboard or refer to your manual. Press F10 to exit and yes to save changes. You should be booting into the installer. When it's finished booting, click the Install Now. Select the edition of Windows 10 you want. Accept the terms and click Next. Click on Custom, and before you select the drive you want to install Windows, hit Shift and F10 on your keyboard. Type in this part 1 word, no spaces, and hit Enter the type please. With a space des and hit Enter. I have this on my 250GB Samsung Evo disk. 1 is my 1TB Steam library and this 2 is just the installer. After all the procedure, there it shows the changes you made. Restart your PC and disconnect the USB once the installation is finished. After a lot of procedures you're doing, finally, you have Windows 10. That's all. Thank you.